Something seems off. There we go. Okay. All right. Check, check, check. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I know I'm on early. I don't care. This is too much fun. Too much fun. Excuse me. Well, what's up, Josh Aldridge? Josh, you know what's funny? When I was scouting out the location about 3 hours ago, there was a moose. I'm like, oh, crap. It was probably like right there. No joke. It was not far away at all. I'm not even joking. And I didn't want to stop in the middle of the road, but he or she was right there. So, yep. Good to see you, Josh. Yeah, I made it up here. It's not too bad. The man upstairs. Hopefully, I asked for some sunshine, and we're getting some sunshine. Hopefully, we'll get some tomorrow. So thank you to HF right there. And yeah, I know I'm on super early, but dude, I'll tell you, Josh, once you see, like, you get here, you're like, oh, I got to check this out. Like, it's too much fun. It's too much fun, and you just are anxious to get on the air. And so it's all good. So knock on wood, everything works good. Our batteries work good, and our Wi-Fi works good, and we'll have some fun. But yeah, it's beautiful up here. It's just like, dude, this is so amazing. When I look at Yin, what's up, Yin? No, Josh, I was like, I need to apply to get a job right away, immediately. Yeah, so it's pretty sweet. Here, let me show you the view. We're on the, I think this is runway 15 that we're closest to, but I needed a good view, and that's where we're at. So you can see some wind turbines over there, and then if I go kind of like 180 degrees, look at those beautiful snow-capped mountains. And there's the bay. Just absolutely beautiful, gorgeous. I don't think the video does it justice, so I'll be honest. Look at that, Dan Reeves, Caden. Nice to meet you too, Caden. Thanks so much. It was great meeting you guys. What's up, Yin? Jeff, what's going on? Josh, thanks for being a premium economy member for almost 21 months. Unbelievable. Thank you. And excuse my head being in the way, but I got to get creative. I don't have a table or anything, so it's just me on a hill. But when I walked on the hill, I was like, oh, this has got to be the spot. This is where I want to be. So, no question. Tink, what's up? Yeah, the beautiful blue skies of Tucson. There's the bay. I'm still learning the geography. Nice to meet Jade and Caden and Jack. Forgot the other name. Dang it. I remember 3 out of 4. But it was cool meeting some people from Utah. And then I was like, oh, I went to Weber State. What up? And they were going to the U, so good meeting you guys. Yeah, I got in about 10:40 last night, and I was the only passenger in like a t-shirt and shorts. I was waiting for this cool weather. Oh my gosh. Now I'm sure if I lived here, it'd be a whole different deal, but right now I am loving it. I am digging it. Cannot beat it. My laptop screen is a little far away, so we'll see how good my vision is. So we're on the north end of the airport property, nearest to runway 15. This will probably be mostly departures the next couple days because of the winds, unless all of a sudden we get some sort of miraculous south wind blowing in our face, and then they'll fly right over our head. But over the next couple of days, I would anticipate somebody is racing their car. I guess their goal is to blow out their engine here. Anyways, I don't even know why they're doing that. But excellent work. David, what's up? I don't think you're going to see any lemon-anas here. That's what we hear in the background. Now, if they want to blow out their engine, they're doing an excellent job. And their car's going to explode. So, in the meantime, it's beautiful here. Chantel! Oh my gosh, Chantel! What's up? The fantastic way sounds like their battery's about to go. Yeah, I guess trying to stay warm. Lowlander, what's going on? You know what we're going to do? We're going to move the microphone here. Excuse me. Easy. Easy. Easy fix. All right. So they can rev their engine all they want. But, oh, look. I don't know if you all can see that far into the bay. Oh, yeah. You can see it. You can see those 747s arriving on, that would be runway 7, the 7s. It'll pass by us. All right, who's here? Kubi, Montana. Where am I 2015? Robbie, Josh, Chantel. Yeah, it is nice to see you, Chantel, finally. I flew in here late last night, so. And I know we're on early, but man, I was telling Josh this, when you get here and you see the view for yourself in person, you're like, oh, I can't wait any longer. It's too much fun. So there is Kalita. So we're going to get our first departure here momentarily. I'm going to adjust the settings here. Camera 1, camera 2. That's good right there. Awesome. It's actually pretty nice. Light winds. I've bought several layers, but here comes Alaska Airlines. I better get my phone out and give you the play-by-play. I think I am going to win my fantasy football league, which is the most important thing. Occasional buffering. My apologies. We'll do our best to get back on the air. All right. First Alaska Airlines taking off on the L33. Indy, Becky, what's up? Rebecca Lee, I'm here. Thanks for your well wishes. We are here. Okay, I got my phone out. Now I can do the play-by-play a little better. But I'm just excited. I know I jumped on early, but I want to tell you about something really cool that's here that I haven't actually posted the video at. They actually have, for those of you in Europe and then those of you who know, the airport in Gibraltar has an active road that crosses the runway. And they have actually a taxiway that crosses the road here in Anchorage, I think, for like the smaller seaplanes, which is pretty rad. So again, Yin, we are facing the nearest to runway 15. And so we're not going to see arrivals unless the winds change. But we are here. We're glad to have you join us on a busy Sunday. I know I am an hour early, but it is great to be here. I'm very excited. And the Wi-Fi signal will do the best that it can, and we just cross our fingers and hope that it hangs in there. So all we can do is our best. I do see... I don't... Oh, I see an Anchorage getting ready to taxi out. Or an Atlas area here in Anchorage. 747-400. Getting ready to taxi out. Oh, look at that. Rod Moy's been first class premier for 3 months. Rod Moy's, thank you so much for your contribution, support of the channel.
Might want to think about dropping him a thank you note.
What's up, Jane? Welcome into Anchorage. See, with my headset covering my ears, it doesn't feel as cold. Oh, yeah, there's... So, but I do have many layers on standby should it start to get super cold. In fact, I'm going to put on my my trapper hat. All right. Hang in there, signal. Hang in there. I know you're going to run into interruption. It's just a fact. Starlink we'll have to try Starlink next time and see if it does the job. But in the meantime, we'll keep kicking butt. We'll rock and roll. And if you need to the signal, just be patient. Don't type in buffering because I'm keeping an eye on it. Just remember to refresh the page and we'll do our best. Pilots need special training, the lander says, to fly into Gibraltar. That doesn't surprise me. One, because it's a fairly short runway, and two, because of the active road that crosses it. Meme, what's up? What a great place to see a 747. Yep, I agree wholeheartedly. In fact, let's zoom back, Meme. Let's show you where I'm at. This is a hill that's infamous. So you can see there's a nature trail right here. This is actually where I saw the moose when I first got here. And I'm like, oh, crap. So this is, I'm not going to pronounce it correctly, so I apologize to locals, but Point Woronzof nature trail or road. And then we have the bay right here. You can see the windmills right there. If you look into the distance, you can see beautiful snow-capped mountains. And I don't know the name of this mountain, Jeff, because I know you had a question on it earlier. I am not familiar with that, but it is spectacular to look at. And then downtown is to the left. Josh, what's up, man? I'm almost on your time. Not quite. Michael Flannery, good evening. I know it's local time here is 2 o'clock, just after 2 o'clock. So we're 1 hour behind Pacific time, which means it's 6 p.m. on the East Coast. It looks like we got a Delta 737. I'm going to take a guess and say this one's going to be headed to Seattle. Taking off. Runway 33, I think. Q, what's up, man? Our fearless leader, leading ATC in San Diego. Only a 2-hour time distance for Josh from Anchorage to Hawaii. Thanks, Q. They are pretty great views. I could sit here all day, all week, all year, but then I'd probably freeze to death. Dan Reeves, just a test post. YouTube is playing. Okay, I see it. I see it. Christian Perry. Do they have fancy ops vehicles? Well, they sure seem like they have a lot of them. And Christian, I actually sent an email to ops before I came up here to make sure I knew where were the good spots. So I checked it out, and I kind of like this hill. So we're going to stick with it if we can. I might try a different view. There's a lot of people, if you look over there in the distance, there's a lot of people who park over there, and it's right along the runway, but the fence line is really high. So unless your name is like Manute Bull or Victor Wembanyama, Victor Wembanyama, whatever, the guy for San Antonio, you're probably not going to see over the fence line. So I actually rented a truck specifically for that purpose, but I love this view. This is pretty awesome if we can get that signal to hang in there. Kalita Air taxiing. All right. That's what I like to hear. I'm actually thankfully not standing on the back of a rental truck, but I am standing on top of a hill. I don't have a table to work with, so I'm trying to be creative with what I can. I do see, oh yeah, look at that 747 over the bay. Dino Sanders, how long is Pip in Anchorage for? Well, this is a quick visit. I will be flying back late Tuesday night. I just realized I don't get back till like 11, and I will be back at work probably the next day. Tim Arnold, look at you. Tim Arnold bragging about his own emoji. Look at that. Tim is so integral to our Phoenix shows that I decided to make a Tim Arnold emoji. This looks like China Airlines if my vision is good. I've decided that we're only going to do heavy alerts for the departures of the arrivals on 3-3. So, oh look, there's a 747. How about that? Michael, last check. Wow, looks so awesome up there. It is. It is. I highly recommend it. Highly recommend it if you can afford it. And right now is probably the time you want to come when it's not super cold and also it's not summertime when all the tourists come in. So yeah, this would be a good time. I had talked about doing March before March, April time, but this works out pretty great. Oh, we got a ghost. It looks like either a ghost taxiing to depart or block in. So I will be doing a stream tomorrow, Dino. In fact, if you can pre-like the stream, it's sure appreciated. It's the easiest way to support the channel. And here comes our first heavy alert of the afternoon. I'm targeting about 10 a.m. Alaska Standard Time, so that would be 11 o'clock Pacific. But we're going to sound the alarm for our heavy alert, the first one of many here in Anchorage. You're going to love this as it goes right over your head. This is the funnest part right here. So I'll zip my lip. James, what's going on? Thanks for the birthday wishes, Q. Yep, I am now 87. Here we go. See if I can catch it on the backside. Oh, there it is. Yep, the backside. Into the clouds. Oh, and here comes another one. Number two. What's up, Hans? Sven? Sven, haven't seen you in a while. Hope you're doing well. We missed you. This is my bribe to get everybody back liking my channel. Tim, I'm going to need your help today letting us know where these lovely planes are headed that fly right over my head. So I'm going to need some support today for you flight trackers on Flight Radar 24. And thanks for those who tracked my flight yesterday from Tucson to Seattle and Seattle to Anchorage. TCK, whoa, TCK, what's up, man? How are you? Lovely to see you. And I'll just zip my lip. You're welcome. If you're just joining us for the first time, my name's Pip Hastings. Nice to meet you. Welcome aboard to the aviation journey known as Pip Hastings Aviation. And grateful to have all of you. Pray that the technology works, the Wi-Fi works. Thank you for the nice weather from the man upstairs and Mother Nature. It's really not that cold right now. The wind's relatively calm. We're in the mid to upper 30s, and I can deal with that. So I've got layers on, and I have extra layers in standby if I need them. But so far, things are all right. Thank you. So far. All right, we got another queen coming up. Atlas Air to Dubai. So this will be my first time in Anchorage. Here comes another Atlas 747. Yeah, Rada, I'm digging it. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Hopefully the snow will hold off tomorrow, so I won't have muddy and wet equipment. ERB, bienvenido a un programa. Tim Arnold, $2 super chat, DFW to Dubai. Thank you, Tim. That's a little steeper climb than the last 747. There it goes. All right, so I got a little break in the action. Want to say a big thank you to Tim Arnold right there for the $2 super chat.
Good manners are the glue of society.
And that is actual real money, so thank you, Tim, for being so generous and contributing to everybody who chooses to contribute via PayPal, GoFundMe, or via our super chat. It helps make trips like this possible and supports the channel because, let's face it, this was a bit of a pricey endeavor. So thank you to everybody who made it possible. And we'll be in DFW in 2 weeks. Sadly, Founders Plaza is closed, but I might have a workaround. I don't know yet, but we'll definitely probably be at Love Field, or maybe we go to Addison. So, LJ, great spot, 15 and 33, absolutely. What's up, Jen? Yes, I've already busted my thumb. Our third heavy alert in like 6 minutes. Yes, little LJ, I'm sure you know it better than I do, but this is quite lovely. And when I got here this morning to scout out the location, I found a moose, and it was not far away from me. I was driving at the time, so I didn't want to stop, but the moose was like, I'll show you right where it was. The moose was probably no more than right there, like in that little culvert area. It was not far at all, and I was amazed. First moose sighting in person. South Dakota Aviation, look at that, Sandra is here. Oh, shoot, Josh, you're going to be in DFW in 2 weeks? So I fly in late Saturday night on the 8th. I haven't figured out the schedule quite yet. And then I fly back on Tuesday and go back to work on Wednesday, of course. So we'll be probably, I'm trying to see if I've written to the Grand Hyatt. I haven't heard back yet if the pool is open, but that would be pretty rad if it was. Blackhawks Productions. What's up? Tim with a $5 super chat. Next up, arrival from Alaska, Seattle, then Grand Caravan from Kenai, and then Cathay Pacific from Hong Kong. Thank you, Tim. Tim representing Arizona.
Might want to think about dropping him a thank you note.
Thank you, Tim. Tim Arnold, such an important part of our show in Phoenix. He has his own emoji now. If you checked, you have one new emoji, and that is the Tim Arnold emoji on fire. So thanks for Tim letting us use his likeness. There's that little caravan coming in on runway 7, and then the Cathay Pacific from Hong Kong, 747-800. What is up, Kevin Stanhope? How are you? Oh, perfect, Josh. We'll hopefully overlap. We'll figure something out. It hurts that the Founders Plaza is closed for the next couple of months, but I get it. It happens. Soil remediation does happen. Taxiway Lima, Pip, that's a great position you're at. Not quite sure how we're oriented here. Okay, so again, the runway closest to us, this is runway 15. So as I zoom back out, this is runway 15. So we are looking to basically the south, straight south almost. And the arrivals are all the way at the other end. You saw one, couple fly by, and they are arriving on the 7s. So if you were to look at a map, I'm at towards the northern end of the Anchorage Airport property, because here, I'll show you. If I turn around a little bit, the bay is right behind me, as you can see there, and there's a nature trail right there. And yeah, the bay is right behind me, or do they call it the Sound? I can't remember. I hope some locals are tuning in, because I'm still learning the geography, and I definitely want to get it right. But yeah, I've decided that I will not be leaving, and I'm just going to be staying here permanently. So it is, yeah. If you're looking for natural beauty, this is pretty high on the list. So there's that 747-8 from Hong Kong. Texas girl, look at you being a member for 8 months of premium economy. Thank you, Texas girl, for your generosity over the last several months. She is amazing and also a moderator of the channels. Thank you so much. I wonder if we can break the likes record either today or tomorrow. Our likes record is 596. That is our likes record. So we can either maybe break it today or tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll be on the air, hopefully around 10 a.m. if everything goes according to plan. Maybe earlier, like I usually like to do, because I'm ADD. I can't wait. As we check out this 737 taking off. Is this Alaska? I feel like this is in Alaska. Wow, Texas girl gifting 20 memberships. Thank you so much, Texas girl. Sky high for that Alaska, Tim. Thank you, Texas girl. More than generous, she is.
Good manners are the glue of society.
And she has started the membership express train. So thank you, Texas girl, for your amazing generosity. Scott Shaver, what's happening? If I remember correctly, Josh, Alaska used to be, Alaska Airlines used to be headquartered here in Anchorage. I was reading up on some history, and I remember them saying that they used to be headquartered in Alaska, if I remember correctly. So, Texas girl, you are amazing. Thank you so much. Idaho AV Geek, what's going on? You are a member. Nancy L, hello. Great to see you. Welcome to Anchorage. Temperatures, again, in the mid to upper 30s. That would be probably like 2 Celsius for our friends in Canada and across the world. And the wind is relatively calm, which I'm okay with. I do have several layers, and I'm hanging in there. I might have to take a periodic break and warm in my truck, but for now, I'm doing all right. Matt Man, what's going on? It would be nice. That would be really cool window seat spotter if I could do the milk run. When I come, I'll have to come back here. I would love to come back here. If I can afford it, definitely. It's pretty awesome up here. I will say I was surprised how expensive gas is. So I expected to have gas be like around $3. It is $4 here in Anchorage. So I was a little surprised about that. $75 in Dallas. Ooh, perfect weather, Scott. We'll be there in 2 weeks. Keep that weather. Don't exchange it for anything. So if you missed it, I flew up here from Tucson, connected in Seattle, and then I'll connect in Seattle on the way back. Flew Delta Airlines up here, but I'll be flying Alaska Airlines back down to Tucson. I've never tried Alaska, so I'm very excited. Maggie P, hello, hello. I did make it to Anchorage. 112 likes. Thank you, ERB. Let's keep those likes coming. Thanks so much, everybody. Keep pumping away. If you haven't hit that thumbs up button, sure to appreciate it. Let's see if we can hit the likes record today or tomorrow. I'm going to charge all my batteries tonight and make sure we're ready for tomorrow. And you could all do me a favor and say a little prayer for Pip and his Wi-Fi and the weather, because there is the forecast for some snow showers. And even though it's not rain, I don't have any shade over me, so if it starts snowing substantially, we might have to cut the stream short tomorrow. So I could use a little prayer or a good vibe for the weather. Dreambert, what's going on? Average for gas, TCK says, is $4.80. Holy cow. I bet it's probably because of the refinery outage, that huge fire. Speaking of San Diego, Jen W. guessed correctly, and a couple others, that yes, we will be back in San Diego. I know I've gotten several questions, and I know we didn't go for my birthday, and I apologize, but I was saving up for this, and I have my colonoscopy next week. So, but I do have a flight booked to San Diego, December 15th through the 16th, and then of course we'll be back in San Diego plenty of times over the next few months. With the colonoscopy coming up, and I'm moving in a few weeks, a lot of moving parts. So, Trucker Norm, that is the Cook Inlet. Okay, Trucker Norm, thank you so much for that help. The Cook Inlet, I could not remember it, so thank you very much, Trucker Norm. Flurries would be fun. I just wish, if they, I don't know who owns this land. There's a nature trail directly behind me. But it would just be really smart and convenient for them to construct like my plane spotting, Pip's plane spotting park prototype that I unveiled a couple weeks ago. That are just a couple of tables and picnic benches and a roof. I looked for the sunset. The sunset is supposed to. Okay, that's one interesting thing I have to tell you. Carolina Aviation is just sending me a text. I can't really see my computer, but this looks like a 7777. LJ, I'm thinking tomorrow at 10 o'clock local time. So if you're in Alaska, it'll be 10 o'clock local time, hopefully. And maybe a little bit behind that. Depends how quickly I can shower and get out of the hotel. But 10-ish, maybe, a little bit behind that, tomorrow. So that would be 11 Pacific, 12 Mountain, 1 Central, and 2 o'clock Eastern time. Kevin says gas is $2.39 in Tennessee. Point Warrenzoff is a good spot as well. Yes, okay, so that, the LJ is speaking of this area over here off the road, Warrenzoff. It is a good spot. The reason I picked this hill is because I can get above the fence line. And I know we missed some of the arrivals and whatnot, but I was like, okay. So this is a big moment for me. I've never been up to Alaska, so I can officially cross off this off my states list. And now I only have 4 more states to go: South Dakota, New Hampshire, Vermont, and Maine, and that's it. So Sandra, I may have to come to Sioux Falls after all. I swore that I would never come to South Dakota after my failed 10,000 subscriber shot a couple years ago, but that's all right. I also have a niece who is collegiately swimming in South Dakota, so I'll probably have to come to South Dakota for one of her meets. Austin, what's up, man? You did. I think I missed Korean Air. Yes, Batman, thank you for bringing that up. I forgot I was going to mention that about Alaska, but so the sun didn't set, or sun did not rise this morning until about 9 o'clock. So, yeah, that's something different as the sun gets further and further away and closer to the equator here as summer's over and now we're into fall and almost winter. The sun rose at 9:06. I woke up at 8 o'clock and it's still pitch black out. and I was trying to figure out what am I in a dream? What's going on? But no, it was 8 o'clock. Thankfully, technology confirmed it is in fact 8 o'clock, and the breakfast was on, so I knew it was between 6 and 10. You got to drive the premium, Rod. Oy. Yikes. So my brother, this is super easy for me, window seat spotter. My brother lives in Maine now. He took a job in Portland. So if I can visit him once, I can get those 3 states out of the way. And then for my niece who's swimming in South Dakota, I get that out of the way and boom, I'm done. I'm an American citizen officially. I think that should be like the new rule is that if you want to call yourself an American citizen, you have to make it to all 50 states. I wonder, they should make like a presidential sticker for all 50 states or something like that. Or a merit badge. Ooh, that's a good idea. Maybe I should start my own line of merit badges or pins for each state that you visited. Yeah, Portland, Maine. So my brother works really close to the Jetport window seat spotter. So he gets to plane spot once in a while. And if I go to Portland, Maine, I'm only about 2 hours away from Boston. So probably have to hit that up too. Oh, nice, Rebecca. You've already been to all 50. You got me beat. Awesome work there. Oh, you got a map with pins? Oh, look at that. Rebecca's already got it down. I love it. Fucking love it. That's awesome. So things in my first 24 hours of Alaska is what I'll tell you is number one, gas is more expensive than I thought, $4. Number two, the sun, of course, being fall and into winter, less and less sunlight. Sun rose at 9 o'clock. What's another interesting thing? Other than the beauty, like the natural beauty is amazing. If you're just joining us for the first time, thanks for liking and subscribing. I know it's a busy Sunday, so having you on the show is much appreciated, and I really appreciate your support. Thank you, Texas Girl and Tim Arnold and Rod Moyes. Josh Aldridge, renewing your memberships. Simon from Texas, good evening. From Simon Tex from Madeira Island, Portugal. It's 22:35 in my neck of the woods. Alaska is a beautiful place. I've been there twice during the summer, very long days during the summer. That's correct. In fact, one of my bucket list items is they have the all-day baseball tournaments that go on here in Alaska, where they play basically the entire day into the night. And very awesome. Ooh, look at this. We got a Cargo Lux. I wonder if this is an 800. Madeira, Portugal. There's another bucket list airport. Bem-vindo a un programa. Bem-vindo a un Anchorage. That's the extent of my Portuguese. And obrigado. But for how cold it is, there are a lot of people out on the nature trail. So these Alaskan folk, they are hardy people. They are probably digging this weather. Yeah, I would count the U.S. Virgin Islands, Guam, and Puerto Rico, Dan Reeves. Easy peasy, Maggie P. Sounds like it. All right, time to sound our next heavy alert. Here we go. Let's do it. Cargo Lux, 747-800. Oops. I like the chat. It's very active today. I love when we're talking amongst ourselves. The sun, by the way, is supposed to set around 6 o'clock. That's kind of another reason I decided to get on early. A little more daytime. All right, we're rolling. She's a beauty, 747-800. God, I freaking love that. That is so dope. I know, Jim, that sound is amazing. Never gets old. All right, Trucker Norm, sleep well, sir. Thank you so much for stopping by, leaving a like, and having some fun. Again, I'll be on the air 10, hopefully around 10 tomorrow morning, Alaska Standard Time. It's 11 o'clock Pacific, 12 p.m. Mountain Time. Rod Moyes, I've always wanted to go to the Azores. You know, and Anchorage is like the big hub for Alaska. Remember, folks, Alaska, the state of Alaska is bigger than Texas. So that is serious mamma jamma. Seriously. Got a private jet, looks like. Maybe I'll move it back to 11. All right, Jen, we'll see you. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you on another one. Way to be an adult. I'm so proud of you. She's adulting, folks. ERB says it's 7:42 in Brazil. My cheeks are getting a little rosy, though. What's up, Jake? Hello, friend. I also have another jacket, too. But I'm actually doing all right in this jacket. I am hanging in there. So again, hearty welcome to Anchorage. This is episode 346, Pip's Planespotting Live, Anchorage on location in lovely Anchorage, Alaska, Ted Stevens International Airport. And thank you so much for leaving a like, subscribing, and thank you to all those who have contributed to the channel, who support it, who make trips like this possible. You can send a super chat, super like via GoFundMe or PayPal as well. In the meantime, this is pretty awesome. In the meantime, temperature in the upper 30s, light winds, mostly cloudy skies. Which is what I expected. I looked. It's always a good idea to look at the daily temperatures from the year before, kind of get a ballpark of what kind of temperatures you will have. It's always a good idea. Stephen Billings says hello to ERB. I tried to get some seafood. I'm going to try and get some seafood after the show tomorrow. ERB. That's what I'm hoping. I went to Arby's. Arby's is a Arby's is an Alaskan restaurant. $2:46 is the local time. Almost to our original start time. $137 likes. Thank you, everybody, for liking and subscribing. We're just getting warmed up. All right, we do have some arrivals headed our way. It looks like a UPS and then a Air Zeta from Korea. Annyeong. And then we have some departures. Looks like Bethel and Itkuyavik Baro. And then we've got a UPS 747-400 going to Hong Kong in about 25 minutes. Nice. 25. Oh, and look, we're going to send, next hour, we're going to send a 747-8 to Dallas. They're probably switching out crews and then getting back in the air. Hopefully that moose won't come eat me. That would be good. When you live in Alaska, you are with nature, not against it. So you got to respect nature. I see our UPS going to Hong Kong. Hans, did you gift a membership? So there is our UPS 747-400. Is Tim Arnold still here? I'm going to put... Oh, well, thank you very much, Hans. My apologies. Thank you, Hans.
Might want to think about dropping him a thank you note.
Thank you, Hans. But even though we're like 2,500 miles away from the United States, the lower 48, this is still America, and I still see a lot of American flags and a lot of everybody here is super friendly. Everybody I've run into, I'll say that much. Definitely very kind. Like really nice. So I like it up here. If I can afford to get like a condo, I would do that. Matt Man's about to retire. Maybe he can do that. Get a condo up here, Matt Man, for half the year, then rent it out the other half of the year. Great business ideas. If you do encounter occasional buffering on the signal, I apologize. We are actually roaming up here. T-Mobile uses partner towers, I guess, up here. So we are at the mercy of that and whatnot. But we're trying our best to give you a great show, so thank you, everybody. Bronner, what's up, man? Great to see you. Oh, look at that. There's Rainy Cajun, one of our great moderators, chiming in. Well, let me tell you, Bronner, this is pretty awesome here. I think, you know what? I actually think Anchorage, this area, this spot right here that I'm standing at, the hill, would be a perfect spot for a picnic table or two. But I bet they also used to have one, but the animals would attack it. So maybe it's a good idea that there's not one. Brian Lloyd, John Southwell. Look at that. Glad to hear it, Bronner. Down there, are you down in Oregon? John Southwell, a friendly Canadian. Hey, you know what's really cool? John Southwell, I am further north than you, sir. That's the amazing thing. I just want to get on another plane and go to the North Pole and talk to Santa Claus and see if we can work something out. In fact, let me do some Google calculations. How far am I from the North Pole? Let's see. It says no results. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. My cheeks are nice and rosy, though. If you're just joining us, welcome into Pip Planespotting Live, episode 346 from Anchorage, Alaska. Ted Stevens International Airport. And Ted Stevens was a late U.S. senator that was killed in a plane crash, I believe. So, all right, we got UPS taxiing out and one taxiing in. Here goes our 747-400 to Hong Kong. So it's time to sound the heavy alert. Yep. Has anybody seen Tim Arnold? See, this is what happens. He's here for like 20 minutes. Boom, gone. Like, I gotta go. I don't eat chicken nuggets. I make him his own emoji and he ditches me. Dude, they call me 413 from coast to coast. What's up? Actually, really from the one end of the coast far north to the other end of the coast. I will look out for that, LJ. Thank you. I appreciate that. Gotta love it, man. Got to love it. Oh, wow. They call me 413. He's been to Washington, Florida, and now going to Vegas. Freaking awesome, man. Rainy Cajun, can you not hear me? Can you hear me? Can you not hear me? Oh, it looks like our ghost plane, Air Zeta, another 747, is taxiing out. You know, we got some nice positive momentum. Carolina Aviation just finishing up. If you're just joining us, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. We are trying. I thought we would do it tomorrow, but might as well do what you can do today. So let's see if we can break our likes total of 596. Josh wants more queens. You can tell Josh Aldridge is pumped because that is like the third time he says, I want more queens. I love it. LJ says, welcome to Premium Economy for just 99 cents. Thank you for the support, LJ. Many thanks.
Might want to think about dropping him a thank you note.
That's probably what it is. The signal in the mall. There we go, Rainy Cajun. Look at this. My fantasy football team. Man. I think I'm going to win fantasy football. Very excited. Jay says, hello, I'm new. I'm just subscribed and a member fan of Carolina Aviation and just got here. Welcome in, Jay. Thank you so much for introducing yourself and being part of the action. And Steven says, hello, watching from Carolina Aviation here. That's our good buddy Brian from Carolina Aviation RDU. Thank you so much for tuning in, leaving a like, being part of the action. We are on location. SK, what's up? Happy Sunday to you. We are, in fact, on location here in Anchorage. Here comes another 747-400. Carolina's my good buddy and host of Carolina Aviation. That did not suck. I'll tell you that much. 167 likes. Thank you, ERB. Let's keep it going. The only thing that's going to stop me is the cold. So I probably need to take care of my body so that there can be a show for tomorrow. Oh, are we going to get Cathay Pacific takeoff? Heck yeah. What? Air Zeta 747-400. I believe that was going to Seoul, South Korea. Oh, it's going off to Chicago. I thought it was going to Korea. My bad. Thank you, Matt Man. All right, here we go again. Another heavy alert. SK, it is current temperature is probably 37. Winds are light, so it's not that bad actually. Thank you for asking. Probably gonna get another layer on here in a little bit. Hey, 2458 Heavy, what's up? Speaking of heavies, it is great to be here in Anchorage. Thanks so much for tuning in, leaving a like. There's Tim Arnold. Way to do an APB, Tim, for you. Well, that never gets old. Leslie Jackson, what's going on? How are you? Thanks so much for tuning in. Pleasure. That is Matt Man doing some fellowshipping. Excellent work there, Matt Man. I think I'm going to try and stick my Wi-Fi into my glove so it stays warm. Because actually it can freeze or slow down in service. Steve Mick, our friend from the UK. What's going on, Steve? It is great to be here. Flew in last night, got here about 10:40 after a really long day, and I went straight to the hotel and got in bed and slept. And then I woke up and it was pitch black out. Why? Because the sun didn't rise in Alaska until 9 o'clock this morning. That's kind of interesting. Jay asked, do you mostly see 747s in Anchorage? Well, you certainly see a good fair share, but as the 747s start to phase out, over time you'll see more and more twin-engine planes like the 777X, the 777-200, 300, the 777 Freighter. You do see the occasional MD-11 here from FedEx and UPS. But I would go so far, Jay, as to say this is 747 heaven right now. Going to Bethel. Well, I said, Jay, as the 777Xs come into service, I probably should have clarified. Not currently, but there are 777 freighters who fly here, like for FedEx and Eva Air. Then you've got MD-11s from UPS and FedEx. So, yeah. So, no 777Xs yet. That would be super dope, though. It'd be a rope-a-dope super dope. Yeah, apology for the confusion. Michael V. Andre. Hey, bud. Thank you, sir. That is a nice $2 super chat out of you. Thank you very much.
Might want to think about dropping him a thank you note.
Yeah, Queen City. I think Lowlander says Anchorage is 747 heaven. I would say that's accurate. I'm going to put on these heat wave gloves, see if they work. They say they increase the temperature of your hands by 4 to 5 degrees. Let's see if that's actually true. See how I work with the camera work. No, Rainy Cajun, the 777X is never coming. No, it keeps getting delayed. They say now it's 2027. But if there's one guy I can trust, it's Rainy Cajun, because he's just down the road from Boeing Field. Jonathan Bilbao, what's going on? Yeah, and Steve Vick, I actually saw a couple of Everett's MD-80s as well. Here's something really cool I talked about at the beginning of the show, but I haven't mentioned it in a bit. They have a road, so many of you know the airport in Gibraltar has an active road going across the runway. Well, here in Anchorage, they have